Whoa, hope everybody's doing good today. Today we're going to be going through the third pouch. This will be the third episode in the series of my bug out bag as far as looking in the gear. So we'll be getting into that in just a minute. Alright, well, before we get into the pouch itself, plus I'm going to be switching the camera overhead, I thought I would show you this. It's from those freezer pops, and I just thought it would be worth saving. Don't take up no weight, no room. You can make a fish trap out of it, or I don't know what else, but probably a lot of things you could do. Now, I noticed the threads that stitch this together up here. If you're going to save this and keep it for a long time, these threads that have stitched it together at this one end looks like cotton thread. Now, the part that goes over it's plastic. So I think if you just got some real thin fishing line or some nylon thread, and we went in and out the same holes as the other stitching and stitched it with something else besides just that cotton, this probably lasts you quite a while. Okay, now let's get into the first aid kit. Some things that you might think about. There's a difference between a first aid kit and a trauma kit, and they really shouldn't overlap. I mean, yes, there is some few things in this that you would want in a trauma kit, but all reality aside, when was the last time you needed a tourniquet, or anybody you know needed a tourniquet? I know I'm going to get a lot of hate mail over this, but don't think about those things until after you got a good first aid kit. Now, this is one of a few different ones I have. Okay, we'll be getting into that in just a minute. Oh, this is just a container. Sits up on a high shelf, and it has extra first aid gear in it. And this is one I'm putting together to hopefully someday have this mounted on my bicycle trailer. So we'll see how that goes in the long run. But anyway, this has some first aid gear in it. This, which is on my bug out bag, has some first aid gear in it. My get home bag, or everyday carry bag, it's got first aid gear in it. My little Altoids EDC, it's got some first aid stuff in it. So first aid is really important, but don't get first aid mixed up with trauma care. For one, I don't know anybody that's ever had to use, like I said, tourniquet. I've never heard of anybody having to use one of those patches to cover up a chest wound. Those might be fine and dandy after you get all your first aid gear together and multiple first aid gear. Then start working on your trauma. But anyway, I'm going to probably get a lot of hate mail over that. Let's get into this. Oh, I got to get the camera overhead, so we'll get right back to you in a minute. Alright, well, let's get into this. Like I said, this is a first aid kit. This is not a trauma kit. Now, there's some things in here that you would want in a trauma kit. But anyway, just some surgical masks. These are 4x4s. I don't think this thing works anymore. This is going in the garbage. This is one of those disposable pin lights. I got it. Oh, hey, guess what? It just needs to be knocked around a little bit. Okay, well, we won't be throwing that away then. Okay. Couple of tongue depressors. Not that you'll need them for tongue depressors, but they make very good finger splints. Okay, in here we've got a woman's hygiene pad. Got some regular, let's see, knuckle band-aids. Little, what is this, 2x2 gauze pads. Some moist towelettes. And a couple of ammonia capsules. Okay. Then we have some yeah, like chapstick. We got a little straw here sealed up with some Benadryl in them. I don't know how well it's focusing. Multivitamins. Aspirin. And ibuprofen. Just in case somebody does get one of those crazy wounds, it's bigger than what you can handle. There's always crazy glue. A couple pairs of rubber gloves. A roll of gauze. This is 4" by 4.1 yards. Of course, some tape. Here's another little package with all kinds of alcohol swabs, and these are kind of unique. They look like a Q-tip, and what you do is you snap one end right here where this blue line is. You take it out of the plastic packaging, and then you snap this one. There's a little tube under there, and when you snap it, this part of the Q-tip is full of alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. And so when you snap this and then you turn it this way, the cotton swab becomes soaked in alcohol. Kind of really neat. They also have them for yeah, I'll think of it later. Okay. I think we're getting close to the bottom here. What's this? Just a bar of soap like you get from a motel or something. And a box of matches. And I don't know why those aren't in a plastic bag. Okay. Have a small pair of hemostats. They're very fine at the end. They work good for tweezers, but I think I have a pair of tweezers in here too. Yes, I do. Okay, and in this bag, there's a pair of scissors, a scalpel, and a pair of tweezers. And then these things are just those strips. They work kind of like a butterfly bandage, where kind of squeeze the wound together and put one of these across there. Anyway, that's it. Let me know down below if you agree with me or disagree with me about trauma bag and a first aid kit, or two separate things, or if you think they should be combined and just into one package. So anyway, before we go, I figured out how I'm going to run the contest. We are going to have a giveaway this month, or well, it's going to be next month, but it'll be based on this month's, or this July's videos, okay? No matter how many videos I put out for July, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them all in a hat or in a bowl or something on little slips of paper, and I'll pick one of the videos, whether it's 1 or 4 or whatever that I pick out. Then what I'm going to do is use a random generator that's on the internet, and it'll generate the person's comment. So to be entered, you have to comment anything, just make a comment. And then of course we'd like you to give us a thumbs up if you liked it, give us a thumbs down if you didn't, and definitely comment and tell us why you liked this video or why you didn't. That just helps us become better at making these videos. So anyway, until next time, keep preparing.